telling you, I can coach pro football. It's not that hard. Yeah, sure, because you played so much pro football in your day. Doesn't matter. I played Madden on expert level and I've gone 10-6. Sounds legit. Why don't you go play a flight simulator game and then go apply for Delta Airlines? I'm sure they'd get you right in the pilot seat. Yeah, Bill Belichick, he never played pro football. Yeah, and you've never played Pee-wee football. When's the last time you even watched an NFL game? I've seen the last 25 Super Bowl halftime shows, alright? That Prince one was spectacular. Well, why don't you get his thoughts on the dime defense? And that, coupled with your extensive Madden experience, I'm sure they'd get you right in for those coaching opportunities. Maybe I will. You know, I think I'd be a big music during practice coach. And my players would love me. So you still going with Alma to the engagement party? Oh yeah. In fact, we've talked on the phone a couple times. I love her accent. It's so cool. Yeah, accents are cool. Yeah, you finding you guys have things in common? Well, I'm not sure. I can't understand her very well, but I gather we both like drinking tea. We both like America, and I'm thinking she's gonna like Madden when I introduce it to her. Well, this has Sid and Nancy written all over it. Sid Barrett? No, Sid and... It's Lancaster. Who? Oh, Preston Lancaster. He's the singer-songwriter. He's so pretentious and overly serious. Oh, yeah. I've heard of him. He's got some good songs. They really make you think. Good songs? Come on, man. Frontier Wasteland, parts 1, 2, and 3. I can barely stomach a smidgen, let alone 3 whole parts. Come on. He's just a little misunderstood. Most geniuses are. Genius? You're calling him a genius? Let me tell you something. He's not a genius, okay? People throw that word genius around too much. I mean, how many geniuses do you actually think there are in the world? 5, 6 tops? I mean, people who cure diseases, those are geniuses. Guys who write songs, maybe a titch below that. You know who's a genius? Little Kim. Oh, it's Alma. She just came in. Wait, don't leave. I don't want to sit here with Lancaster all by myself. Mr. Stanley? Mr. Lancaster? Oh, don't feel you need to repeat how I addressed you to me. I know you're just staging some hostility in my direction. No hostility. I'm kidding. Lighten up, sir. So I'm taking you'll be at the songwriter night on Friday? It's gonna be great. I'll be trying out some new material. Speaking of new material, here's my newest release on CD. I'm sure Dukes would love to have some copies, so I'll leave some near the register for people to purchase. Cool. Is your follow-up, Frontier Wasteland Part 4, going to be on there? Huh. No, I find that people can't take more than 3 movements in a musical number. The layman usually defects his mind to a lower common denominator or sophomoric thought discourse during a longer musical piece. Well, I hear Styx the comedian is going to be there to open up the night, bring it some more levity. Most comedy I find to be quite pedestrian. But I do get a good chuckle out of Styx. Speaking of which, I know you do some little comedy songs in your act. Well, we'll call them satirical, okay? I wouldn't say it's flat-out comedy. Wasn't it Kurt Cobain that said, "I wish I was like you, easily amused"? And I'll follow that up with the John Lennon quote, "Amusement is the opiate of the people." I don't think John Lennon said that. Well, you're thinking, and that's a step in the right direction. Well, You know who I'm looking forward to seeing this Friday is Beth Moore. She's quite the character. But her voice is always off-pitch. Your instrument is in key. The band is in key. Why not the vocals? Well, a lot of singer-songwriters do that. They start off-pitch, and then they'll bend up to the right note. I mean, Bob Dylan and Tom Waits do that all the time. Well, they can get away with that because they're geniuses. So no one but those two can bend the pitch? I mean, I think that's a little extreme. Extreme is just the lengths we go to cover up our own inadequacies. If we say something is extreme, you're just afraid at what one might find on the limits of possibility. What? Think about that. I see I have your head turning now. Speaking of turning heads, I see a lovely young Brazilian woman up there talking to a neophyte in the ways of love. Perhaps she'd enjoy more intelligent discourse. I'll see you Friday night. Oh, and that'll be $15 for the disc. I'm telling you, this engagement party is going to be amazing. What's wrong with you? Lancaster. The guy's so full of it, and people just buy up his word salad, no questions asked. I wonder if anybody's ever punched that guy in the face. Speaking of which, he's up there talking to your girl. I'm not too worried about it. I'm secure in who I am in our relationship. You know, insecurity, that's a big turnoff. Yeah, well, he called you a neophyte in the ways of love. What? Exactly. Anyway, he's peddling his CD around here. He wants to leave it in the coffee shop so people will buy it. Oh, damn, that reminds me, I gotta get him to sign my copy. Lancaster!